Alright, this video I did last weekend. I didn't realize how long it was, so I'm going to go ahead and do it separate. This is how to remove your truck bed. Some of you have even asked for that, so this way, anybody else who hasn't asked, this is how you remove your truck bed. And the video kind of starts right here. Alright, today we're going to put a C-notch on a truck so we can get it ready for bagging the rear. Got my coffee. There's my mini truck. Front's already bagged, 94. Toyota pickup. The back still sits way off the ground. Well, to my standards. Front's already on the ground. First thing we got to do is get it up in there. My wife is feeling a little sick today. Walking the dogs. She's in bed, so I'm pretty much solo on this one. See if I can get this done. Has to be done today. And like most of you have seen, I fixed my problem with being able to carry all my stuff out to the truck. Real life problems, I get hung up right here. That's the only hang up. But I can put all my tools and everything on here, and then I can pull everything out with my little trailer out to the driveway. Alright, we got to pull the bed first. First things first is get the bolts. There's a bolt right there, and they're along the outside of the frame. If you look over there, you can see that one is right about there on that side, up in the frame right there. So there's two in front. I don't know if you can see them in there. See, there's one right there, and then there's one right in front of that one. So there's two in the front and one in the back, so that makes three per side. And we'll get those bolts pulled off real quick. Let me see what size. On a Toyota, oops, I don't even know what size I'm using. It's a 17. That's what it is. 17 millimeter. Pulls that one. Correction, there's four per side. See, there's this one in the back, and then there's one more right up in here, all the way at the back. And that's the one I was pointing at on that side. I don't know how I missed that. So there's two in the front, two in the back, so a total of 8 to pull the bed. Note to self, don't drain your little fucking air tank while you're laying down next to it. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Okay, back to the truck. I gotta disconnect the wires. I don't want to have to leave the wiring harness hanging, so I'm just gonna disconnect the wires. I'm gonna mark all the wires as to where they go, and then I also have to disconnect the filler neck for the gas tank. Open your gas door. There's 3 bolts. Take those 3 bolts out. There it is. Oh, and by the way, this is one of the greatest tools ever made because it's a ratchet. Goes both ways. Also extends so that you can get into longer areas. Anyway, take the cap off. Take the cap off, then you can push that through. Pull it down to here, put the cap back on, put your screws back in place so you don't lose them. And now that's down and out of the way. For some of you, there may be guards in here blocking all of this. Just take the bolts out all the way around. There's probably a couple that you can't see. Just search for them and then pull those splash guards or whatever they are. See, here's some bolt holes. Mine doesn't have it. I'm assuming somebody had already taken them out. So there should be a guard blocking your filler neck on the inside from getting splashed or rocks thrown at it and whatnot. So just remove that. Alright, I went ahead and pulled the taillights because I don't want to break them, just in case. I went ahead and pulled the wiring harness. You'll see these plastic things all over the place on the back side. You pinch them and you can pull them out of the holes. I went ahead and pulled the whole wiring harness. That way it's out of the way. All the bolts I've checked to make sure everything's clear, and I don't believe there's anything else clear. Now, pulling a bed by yourself, you're basically going to walk it off. You're going to lift this side and bring it back, lift that side, bring it back, and slowly bring it back all the way to the back. That way you can stand it up on what I have is a moving blanket. It's real thick. and you can stand it up back here, and then you can start to try and move it from there. But that's what I'm going to do first. Once you get the fender to the tire, you're going to have to grab the front of the bed and yank it up high enough to go over, and the whole thing is going to slide back. That's why you have your blanket right there. See? It laid there. Now I can actually stand it up on end right on that blanket. Now on top and bottom there's a bunch of stuff like this. What this does is it helps to dampen the sound of the bed while you're going down the road. Also helps it to keep it from completely grounding out unless you want it grounded out. All kinds of stuff. Anyway, after you get it to that point, like I said, stand your bed up. Now your bed is off and you just did it by yourself. All right, there you go. That's removing the truck bed. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe down below or at the top or wherever it says subscribe. If you haven't subscribed already, leave your comments at the bottom and hit that thumbs up button, please. Thank you very much. See you guys on the next time we get started on that C-notch.